The Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry, or BCCI, is keen to set up a special emergency nerve center for the local business community that would ensure businesses are able to get back into operation quickly after a natural disaster. This is according to Executive Director of the Chamber, Lisa Gale. She says such a center would be critical in helping the business community comprehensively plan for and recover from any natural disaster. Mrs. Gale made the comments on the sidelines of a disaster management workshop hosted by the Chamber at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center. It was held in collaboration with Tropical Shipping, the Caribbean Central American Action, and the Department of Emergency Management.
Recently, I had the privilege of attending it's really a USAID-sponsored trip to Louisiana, as they put together academia, business, and a number of persons in disaster management arena, and we were able to see lessons learned, hear of the experiences of Louisiana and see the impact of Hurricane Katrina, and then looked at the disaster planning response mechanisms that they had in place, how relevant they were, how ready they were for that type of disaster. And seeing that, I recognize that as a business community in Barbados, we have a lot of work to do.
Mrs. Gale says the Chamber will therefore be seeking to get the necessary governmental and private sector support to make it a reality. Millions of dollars are owed to the Barbados Investment and Development Corporation in rental arrears, and that entity will be moving to recoup some of the monies from delinquent tenants. Minister of Industry, International Business, Commerce and Small Business Development Donville Innes, under whose portfolio the BIDC falls, says the sum owed stands at in excess of $11 million.
The board is giving consideration to writing off some of that rent arrears, but we also at the same time making every effort to get our tenants to pay the rent. There have been some other adjustments made within BIDC. As Minister, I've directed the board that they are free to pursue a policy of disposal of non-performing assets, and that too is being pursued.
And CEO of the BIDC, Sondra Trotman, says they have been working with delinquent tenants.
We've been able to put in place payment plans. We've also received some lump sum payments, but there are some who have not positively responded, and shortly we'll be taking further action with reference to the rents.
And here now is how the stock performed locally and regionally today.